Exodus chapter 28, verses 43, Bible study, KJV. Beloved, today we will meditate deeply on Exodus chapter 28, verses 1 through 43, a passage that reveals not only the garments of the priesthood, but the heart of God concerning holiness, identity, and divine calling. Let us begin by understanding the broader context. From Exodus chapters 25 through 31, God gives Moses detailed instructions regarding the tabernacle, the place where his presence would dwell among his people. In chapter 28, the focus shifts from the structure of worship to the people, who will serve within it the priests. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office. Exodus chapter 28, verses 1, KJV. Why did God choose specific individuals like Aaron and his sons? From a Hebrew perspective, the priest is a mediator, a bridge between a holy God and a sinful people. Humanity, separated from God by sin, cannot approach him directly. Therefore, God establishes a system of representation. This points forward prophetically to Jesus Christ, the ultimate high priest, who fully reconciles humanity to God. In verse 2, God commands, "And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron, thy brother, for glory and for beauty." This phrase is deeply significant. Glory and beauty does not merely refer to outward appearance. In Hebrew understanding, it reflects the visible manifestation of divine order and honor. The garments symbolize the spiritual identity of the priest set apart, consecrated, and bearing God's presence. Let us now examine the garments themselves. First, the ephod. It is made of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet threads, colors representing heaven, royalty, sacrifice, and divinity. On the shoulders of the ephod are 2 onyx stones, engraved with the names of the 12 tribes of Israel. Why on the shoulders? In biblical symbolism, the shoulder represents strength and burden-bearing. The priest carries the people before God. This reveals a profound spiritual truth. True leadership in God's kingdom is not about authority, but about carrying others. Next, the breastplate of judgment. It contains 12 precious stones, each representing 1 tribe of Israel. These stones are placed over the heart. Why over the heart? Because the priest does not only carry the people as a duty, but loves them deeply. He bears their names not just in responsibility, but in compassion. This dual symbolism, shoulders and heart, reveals the fullness of spiritual leadership. Strength and love together. Within the breastplate are the Urim and Thummim. These mysterious elements were used to discern God's will. This teaches us that God desires to guide his people, specifically and personally. He is not distant, he is actively involved in decision-making and direction. The robe of the ephod is blue, representing heaven. Around its hem are bells and pomegranates. The bells produce sound when the priest moves. Why is this important? Because when the priest enters the holy place, his movement must be heard. It signifies life. Silence would imply death. Spiritually, this reminds us that when we walk before God, our lives must produce evidence, fruit, and testimony. The turban bears a golden plate engraved with the words, "Holiness to the Lord." This is perhaps the most powerful statement in the entire chapter. Holiness is not optional. It is the defining identity of those who serve God. It is not merely behavior, it is belonging. To be holy means to be set apart entirely for God. Now we must ask, why does God give such detailed instructions for clothing? Because approaching God is not casual. He is holy, and those who come before him must reflect that holiness. The garments are not about fashion. They are about preparation, identity, and reverence. In verse 43, God gives a serious warning. If the priests do not wear these garments when ministering, they will bear iniquity and die. This reveals the seriousness of approaching God improperly. Holiness is not a suggestion, it is a requirement. From a theological perspective, this passage finds its fulfillment in Jesus Christ. He is our perfect high priest who entered the presence of God, not with garments made by human hands, but with his own righteousness. Spiritually, this means that today, through Christ, we are made a royal priesthood, 1 Peter verses 9. Our lives themselves become the garments we wear before God. Now let us apply this to our present time. Are we living lives marked by holiness? Do we carry others in prayer as the priest carried the tribes? Do we seek God's guidance as they sought through the Urim and Thummim? Our daily lives, our thoughts, words, and actions are our spiritual garments. They either reflect God's glory or obscure it. God is still calling a people set apart, not just religious, but transformed, not just outwardly dressed, but inwardly consecrated. Beloved, May we remember that we are called to carry others, to love deeply, to seek God earnestly, and to live holy lives before Him. Let us walk as those who wear the invisible garments of righteousness, prepared to stand in the presence of a holy God. Thank you